Hello and welcome into Gimnasio Olímpico in Mexico City for the FIBA Women's World Cup pre-qualifying tournament. Day one of competition. The first game of the evening session is a Group B affair between Montenegro and New Zealand. Alongside my partner, Lee Hall, I'm Craig Fada, and we're so glad you can be with us wherever you're tuned in from around the world. Montenegro come into this qualifier as the favorite, at least out of Group B, with a ranking of 22 in the world. They finished 8th at 2023 Eurobasket with wins over Italy, Greece, and Latvia. New Zealand finished 4th at last year's FIBA Asia Cup with wins over South Korea, Lebanon, and the Philippines before losing to Japan in the quarters and falling in the bronze medal game to Australia. Penina Davidson averaged 13.6 points and 9.8 rebounds in that event. 2 games already in the books. Lee Hall had the privilege of bringing those games to you. Lee, Venezuela defeated Korea 84-78, and Czechia defeated Mali 84-63. Welcome in.
Thank you very much. Great to be here. Thanks for inviting me to be along with you tonight, Craig. It's always a pleasure. And yeah, Venezuela, they call Group A the group of death. Well, they were talking about Mali and Chechnya and Korea. They weren't talking about Venezuela at, I believe, 34 or 36 in the world, but they played a great game. They played defense. They turned defense into offense. They got out and ran, and they caught Korea on their heels a little bit. They had the opportunity to play friendly against Mexico over the weekend. I think maybe that helped them get acclimated a little bit, too.
Speaking of getting acclimated, Mexico City, 7,350 feet above sea level, Lee. These teams may have some adjusting to do. They probably got here 3 or 4 days ago and done a little bit of acclimation, but the first time you get a run at this level above sea level, it's tough. I remember being in Mexico City in 2015 for the men's FIBA Americas Championship tournament, and the first couple of days I was there, I was yawning constantly. One of the FIBA guys, Nelson Isley, said to me, he said in his North Carolina drawl, he said, "Son, why are you trying to suppress those yawns?" He said, "That's your body trying to get oxygen." So you may see players yawning on the floor, yawning on the bench. It's gonna be an adjustment almost a mile and a half above sea level. So we will see if fatigue becomes a factor in this game. Our officials for this one, Karsten Straube of Germany, Ryan Johnson of the USA, and Fei Xiang of China. Teams getting ready to come out onto the floor.
Be interesting to see how New Zealand reacts, Craig. They lost their leading scorer from the 23 Asia Cup, Charlize Legger-Walker of Washington State University, suffered a right ACL injury and had to have surgery. So they lost their leading scorer from last year's competition. So some other ladies will have to step up for them. 8 of the 12 players did not play last year in the Asia Cup. So a lot of newcomers for them.
4 games in the book from Rwanda. One of the pre-qualifiers going on over there. Senegal defeated Hungary 63-61. Brazil squeaked past the Philippines 77-74. Argentina down Great Britain 53-47. And it was Rwanda, the host nation, over Lebanon 80-62. It's going to be Penina Davidson jumping for New Zealand and Lana Vukcevic of Montenegro in white, New Zealand in black, and we are underway. Milica Jovanovic to her right, giving it up to Zip. Now into the corner, 3 up on the way. Splash! That is good. Nice start for Montenegro, moving the ball around, and Anastasia Drobnyak trains the three-pointer.
Yeah, really good movement, good set, and great shot from the corner.
Off the glass, won't go. Rebound. Lauren Whitaker gets it out of there, and she commits the offensive foul.
It's interesting seeing that sunlight on the court. It reminds me of watching an NFL football game in the States in Dallas where they have the windows on one end. Wonder if that's going to be a problem looking at the rim from that end of the court.
Three-pointer misses.
Boy, what a nice take.
Drive along the baseline. Kick into the corner. Three up on the way. That rattles out for Jovanovic. And here comes New Zealand back the other way looking for their first bucket. Pass a little bit too far. It goes out of bounds. It'll be Montenegro ball. Glad you can be with us wherever you're tuned in from on youtube.com/FIBA. Subscribe to the basketball channel for all the action from this tournament as well as the other Women's World Cup qualifier going on in Rwanda on Facebook, X, and Instagram. You can find us at FIBA WWC and use the official hashtag FIBA WWC. While you're online, head to the official tournament website for live stats, news, box score, standings, team lists, player profiles, and much, much more. Three on the way short. New Zealand still looking for their first bucket as McKenna Dale comes out of there with it. Anita Davidson with the right hand off the glass, won't go.
Craig, we also invite folks to join us on the live chat on YouTube as you're watching.
And that's going to be New Zealand ball. Yeah, say hello on the FIBA YouTube live stream chat. Give you a shout out. Let us know where you're watching from around the world. A question for Lee or myself. And here comes Davidson off the glass, and New Zealand has their first bucket at the 6:37 mark of this first quarter.
She was just not going to be denied there. She got ahead of steam and took it right to the hoop.
Three-point attempt from Drobnyak, a little too long, and now New Zealand comes away with the rebound. Really poked away and finally is, but it will stay with New Zealand. 6:13 to play first quarter. One more game coming up after this one tonight. It's going to be Mexico, the host nation, and Mozambique.
Looking forward to seeing what
Pass,
kind of crowd we
hurry.
get for
Finally
Mexico
got it
tonight.
in. Reed. Mexico always comes out to support their teams. I remember the 2015 FIBA AmeriCup in Mexico City in the Armadillo. Boy, that was some exciting basketball. There were more than 30 NBA players in that tournament, including Luis Scola, Andres Nocioni, great Argentina team, great Venezuela team.
So far, Craig, they
Strong
love
move
the
by
announcers,
Milisa Jovanovic with the left hand.
and they're telling you to keep up the good work.
That three-pointer is up and good. Nina Davidson. And New Zealand draws to within 2.
Watching in Michigan and in Spain. Good to hear from you.
I appreciate everybody checking in. I'm sure all that love's mostly directed at you, Lee.
I don't think so.
5.5 minutes to play.
Hello
Inside
from Colombia.
5.5 minutes to play in this first quarter. Along the left side. Awkward shot with the left hand by Tara Reid, and we are tied at 7.
That's a couple of those New Zealand's had here in the last few minutes. Strong drives of the hoop, strong finish.
Other team up top. Now an open 3 from the left wing. That is no good. Rebound fought forward and grabbed by Maja Bigovic, but New Zealand comes away with it. Alice Tokianga has it poked away from behind by Lekovic, and here comes Montenegro. Oh, nice give under the bucket. Maja Bigovic scores.
Draw the
Montenegro
defense and
back
give it
on
up.
top by 2, 9-7. Pedro watching from Brazil after watching Brazil get past the Philippines in their pre-qualifier in Rwanda. So Charlotte Whitaker to the free throw line.
Hello, Indonesia, New Zealand,
24 years
Las
old
Vegas.
last Monday. Plays her pro ball at Toulouse Metropole in France. Second free throw good, and it's 9-8, 4:13 to play in this first quarter.
There's just so much going on out there, Craig. I mean, teams from different parts of the world have never seen each other before. They're trying to adjust, see what they see on the defensive and the other end as well, and let alone, as you talked about, the altitude. I mean, there's just a lot going on out there. A little bit of a feeling out process here in the early going.
Donjic to her left. Misses, and now 3 from the top of the key, and that is good. Zivoljevic. And it's 12-8 Montenegro.
When you make that extra pass, a lot of good things happen. You might have a shot, but you find somebody with a better shot, and that's the play.
one is good for Maja Bigovic. And Montenegro has extended their lead once again. The foul's going to be on Penina Davidson.
Maja Bigovic, 6'5", her length to get down the lane there and score.
As we get a look at that replay there, the three-pointer from Penina Davidson. Look at the nice ball movement on the outside by Montenegro, and that three-pointer by Jovana Pasic. Montenegro 6 of 15 from the floor overall, 2 of 7 from three-point range. New Zealand just 3 of 5 overall and 1 of 1 from the arc. Free throw is no good. Rebounded by Lauren Whitaker, and here comes New Zealand. After cutting it to 9-8, a little 5-0 run by Montenegro. Off the glass, no, tipped out of bounds. It's going to stay with New Zealand. No, beg your pardon, it's going back the other way to Montenegro. Right side to Pasic. Back up top. Here's the drive by Zivajevic. Off the glass. No. Rebounded by Whitaker. Long three on the way. Missed everything. And that's going to be Montenegro ball with 2:21 to play. First quarter. Donjic gets it back and then hands it off to Zivajevic. Now up top to Pasic. She shoots from 17, no good. Another rebound for Lauren Whitaker. Whitaker has been crashing the board. She's got 4 already.
Ooh, what a screen. My goodness.
Moved into it, though, I'm afraid. That's going to be an offensive foul. Yep. Lauren Whitaker stepped to the right. That looked like me cutting you off at the buffet.
Yeah, that one hurt. I guarantee you, that one hurt.
Rashi the Great in our live chat says, "Let's go Pali." I'm assuming saying "Let's go Pali" as in Palace Hokianga of New Zealand. Active hands in this first quarter by both teams. 4 steals for Montenegro, 3 for New Zealand. Fatu hands it off. Now into the corner. Vittoria Tamilo spins in the paint. Pretty shot by Vittoria Tamilo. And New Zealand back to within 4. Montenegro had their biggest lead of the game just a few moments ago at 6 at 14-8. Let's see if New Zealand and cut it further inside of a minute to play first quarter. Three-pointer a little too strong for McKenna Dale. But the offensive rebound is up and good. Nicely done by Vittoria Tamillo. 6'4", 192 centimeters. 19 years old, plays collegiately at the University of Hawaii Hilo. And New Zealand back to within 2, but there is Bojana Kovacevic with the answer.
Tough to stop her when she's that deep.
Nice pass underneath, but a little too deep. Oh, but great footwork by Ella Tofaiono, I should say, to get herself back into a good shooting position. Shot clock off. Game clock at 4, now 3. Shot up off the glass, won't go. Rebounded. And we will go to the second quarter with Montenegro on top. Score of 16-14. This is the FIBA Women's World Cup pre-qualifying tournament live from Gimnasio Olímpico Juan de la Barrera in Mexico City. We're back with second quarter action in just a moment. Welcome back to Gimnasio Olímpico Juan de la Barrera in Mexico City for the FIBA Women's World Cup pre-qualifying tournament. Day 1 of competition alongside Lee Hall. My name is Craig Fada. After one quarter in our third game of the day, Montenegro leads New Zealand by the score of 16-14. Montenegro with the steal off the inbound pass. Can't convert on the opportunity early. Maja Bigovic leading the way for Montenegro with 4 points in that first quarter. Penina Davidson had 5 for New Zealand. Lauren Whitaker pulled down 5 rebounds for New Zealand in that first quarter. She out-rebounded the entire Montenegro team, 5-4. Now Vittoria Tamillo now with 6 points, and we're tied up at 16. Penina Davidson comes away with that steal. And now New Zealand for their first lead of the game, and they've got it. Reverse layup. Tara Reid. And it's New Zealand on top by 2.
Good things happen when you are active, especially when you attack the basket.
3 on the way from Radonjic, no good. Rebounded by Ezra McGoldrick.
Montenegro now 2 of 9 from three-point range. New Zealand just 1 of 3.
Shot by Tara Reid, no good, but she's going to go to the free throw line. Big welcome in to all our viewers watching on the basketball channel on YouTube. youtube.com/FIBA. Give us a shout out wherever you're watching from. Maybe ask Lee or me a question. We'll try to answer it as best we can. You can also find us on the socials on Instagram, Facebook, and X at FIBA WWC. When you talk about the tournament, use the official hashtag FIBA WWC. And don't forget to head to the official tournament website for all the live stats, news, bot scores, standings, rosters, profiles, photos, videos. Anything else you can think of on that website there, Lee? Can we order some
covered
delivery?
It, man. Pizza? Yeah.
There you go.
Is there a DoorDash link there? We could use that. Lots
There
of folks
might be.
watching in New Zealand. Lots of New Zealand fans watching tonight. Good to hear from you all.
Yeah. Head coach for Team New Zealand, Natalie Hurst. She's assisted by Chaz Franklin, Ike Ho, and Kieran Mitchell. Should mention Montenegro's head coach, Jelena Skerovic. She's assisted by Alex Geddes and Miroslav Skara. Three-pointer missed out of bounds. That'll be a shot clock violation either way.
Saw Natalie Hurst there, former national team player herself, and a 7-time champion as a pro in Australia. Quite a legacy.
It's quite the impressive resume. She's guided her team back in front after a slow start. Nice little give and go to Penina Davidson underneath, but she gets bottled up by the defense, and a foul called as she was sandwiched between a pair of defenders.
Might have been a better idea to pass out of that double team, but she got the whistle, so all's good.
First free throw attempt straight through. Davidson hits her first two free throws, and now New Zealand up by 5, 21-16. Montenegro has not made a free throw in this game. They've only attempted one.
Omar from Morocco, thank you for your kind comments.
Zivkovic drains the three-pointer. I guess you don't need to shoot free throws when you can hit threes. And the lead back down to 2. Zivkovic left alone. I think she was kind of surprised there. Ended up missing an easy shot. It's one of those like in football when you're wide open. Hits you right between the numbers and you brick it. It was too easy. There was no defenders around you.
Jackie Smith, Dallas Cowboys, Super Bowl.
Against the Pittsburgh Steelers in the Super Bowl.
Look it up, poor guy.
What was the, I can't remember who said it. Oh, Jackie Smith, he's got to be the sickest man in America right now.
Until Bill
Roger Staubach's, yeah. Staubach's reaction after that drop, yeah. Okay, back to this sport.
Yeah.
Turnaround, top shot, Charlotte Whitaker with the shot clock winding down. Leads back to 4 for New Zealand. Whitaker now with 3.
She still had about 3 seconds left, but I think she thought, well, why wait till then? Just, throw it up there.
Timeout on the floor with 6:34 to play in the second quarter. This is our third Was tickled to see that Mariana Duran still on the roster. I had my first ever conversation in Spanish with Mariana Duran. Walked up to her and I said in Spanish that, hi, I'm the FIBA commentator. I'm from Chicago in the U.S. I enjoy watching your team play because they played so hard. And Mariana laughed and she said, I speak English in perfect American sounding English. So I'll never forget Mariana Duran. In our second game of the day, Czechia defeated Mali 84-63. One more game coming up after this one. Mexico, the host nation, and Mozambique. In our other pre-qualifier taking place in Kigali, Rwanda, Senegal squeaked past Hungary 63-61. Brazil defeated the Philippines 77-74. Argentina and the incomparable Melissa Grater at point guard, the best point guard I've ever seen, man or woman, defeated Great Britain. Argentina did. It's 53-47. And then the host nation, Rwanda, defeated Lebanon 80-62. Nice job by the defense, trapping Maria Lekovic near center court. Foul called.
And yes, my Knox, we are reading the chat.
Yeah.
In between watching the game. We're watching the game a little bit. We're
watching the game,
chat.
reading the stats.
Yeah.
Just an average night for a broadcaster.
ADD comes in handy in this business.
Very much so, yeah. Spin move by Zivkovic. No good, but she draws the foul. So Zivkovic to the free throw line. For 2 from the field, now 1 for 1 from the free throw line. She's got 3 rebounds and 2 assists in this game so far. Second free throw, straight through. And the lead is down to 2. Neither team really able to pull very far away. Both teams got out to that 5-6 point mark. Got reeled back in. 3-pointer no good. Rebound caught out of midair by Zivkovic, and Montenegro looking to tie. She takes it all the way herself, lays it in, and we're tied at 23.
Would not be denied. Just a great aggressive take right there.
New Zealand retains possession. Top, Hokanga. Now inside, Davidson. And she draws the foul on Maya Begovic. That's a tough matchup for anybody.
She is a very strong player. Yeah. Davidson's a very strong player inside, Craig. We've seen her finish and get shots off through contact, and she's just a very solid player inside for New Zealand.
She gets the free throw and gives New Zealand back a 1-point lead. She even gave up a couple of inches to Begovic. Begovic at 6'5", 195 centimeters. Penina Davidson, quote unquote, just 6'3", 191. Second free throw rattles in, and New Zealand back on top by 2, 25-23, coming up on the halfway point of this second quarter. Into the corner, 3 on the way, splash! Nice ball movement on the outside by Montenegro. And Milica Jovanovic drains the tray to put Montenegro back on top by 1.
Well, they did that a little while ago, Craig. There's that extra pass And it's paid
Again into the
dividends
corner for the
him.
open look from the arc. No. Ümit says hello from Izmir, Turkey. And now Montenegro rolling. This time Vigovic scores in the paint. And now Montenegro back on top by 3. And Natalie Hurst wants timeout for New Zealand.
Too.
You see that graphic there in the background. Road to Berlin 2026, the Women's World Cup in Berlin 2026. The top 2 teams from the qualifiers will advance to the next stage of qualification. 24 teams. Expanded format for the Women's World Cup in 2026. The winner of these pre-qualifying tournaments in Mexico City and Kigali, Rwanda, and then 22 more teams, or 21 more teams in addition to host Germany. Those 21 teams will be determined by results in the Continental Cups next year. 3 is good, and all of a sudden Montenegro cannot be stopped. Jovanovic now with 7 points, 2 of 3 from the arc, and it's Montenegro by 5. One off their biggest lead of the game. Shot clock down to 7. Into the corner, now the drive from Tara Reid won't go, but a foul called.
Well, Craig, you talk
Sean
about the
says
expansion.
hello from Algeria.
You talk about the expansion, Craig, and I really like it. And I like what the FIBA folks had to say about it. They want to grant a larger number of national federations meaningful and regular international competition. Not just regular, but also meaningful competition.
Well, and that's the best way to raise the level of play around the world. You get some of these smaller federations, and they play in a sub qualifier once every few years, and they don't have a large population. They don't have a large program, and so they play in one tournament. They don't advance out of the group phase, and then there's nothing else for them. So the expansion of the field, the expansion of the qualifiers is really going to benefit some of the smaller nations that are out there. Great defensive play there by Maria Lekovic, knocking the inbound pass out of bounds. That's some cat-like reflexes there. Knocked out of bounds again. Montenegro's defense relentless on this inbound play. Now, Lee, I didn't see before the game. Did the New Zealand team do the haka on the way out?
I didn't see that they did. I won't say that they didn't. I'd pay
It's one of those things
admission to see it.
I'm on the other team and I see that. I'm going home. As Maria Lekovic drains the three-pointer. She's got 10, and she's going to go to the line to try to complete the three-point play. So this gives Montenegro their biggest lead of the game with a chance to expand it even further. I believe that was Penina Davidson that closed and committed the foul. 4-point play can't get completed, but it's still now an 8-point lead, biggest lead of the game for Montenegro, biggest lead of the game for either team. 15-footer by Penina Davidson, no good.
That was the third three of the game.
Another three.
Montenegro.
Jovanovic missed, and it goes out of bounds. Who's got it? I think that's going to be Montenegro ball. It is Montenegro ball as Milica Jovanovic goes to inbound. One of the comments says women basketball players don't usually do the haka. That's good to know. Another three! Montenegro going bananas from three-point range. Oh, beg your pardon, they're only counting that as a 2. Foot must have been on the line. Did not have a good angle on it, but now it's a 9-point lead for Montenegro. New Zealand now stops the bleeding a little bit as Vittoria Tamilo scores. Tough left-hand shot again by Vittoria Tamilo. And now New Zealand clawing their way back in. Less than a minute and a half to play in this second quarter. Montenegro by 5.
New Zealand's got a really nice inside game, strong inside game.
Minox asked a couple of moments ago what our names are. My name's Craig Fada. He's Lee Hall. So glad you can be with us wherever you're tuned in from around the world. Thanos says hello from Greece. He's a EuroLeague commentator.
Thank
you,
Thanos.
We have an injured player on the floor. Can't quite see who that is or what happened there, but being tended to by Montenegro staff on the floor. Take a quick moment to run down some of the numbers in this one. For Montenegro, Kovacevic, 8 points. Zivkovic with 6, 4 rebounds and 4 assists. Maja Bigovic, 8 points on 4 of 5 shooting. Maria Lekovic, 2 points, 4 assists. Anastasia Drobnjak, 3 points. And Milica Jovanovic, 10 points. 4 of 9 shooting. She's also got a pair of rebounds. The injured player was Jovana Pasic. Glad to see she's up and walking off under her own power. For New Zealand, Penina Davidson, 9 points. Ezra McGoldrick, 3 rebounds, 2 assists. Ella Kofaono, 2 points. Vittoria Tamilo, 10 points on 5 of 6 shooting. She's also got 5 rebounds. Lauren Whitaker has not scored, but she's got 5 boards. Tara Reid, 6 points. And Charlotte Whitaker with 3. Inside of a minute to play now, second quarter. Baseline jump shot won't go. And the rebound to Montenegro.
Someone asked earlier if Tara Reid was injured. She's played 11 and a half minutes here in the first half. She's been in and out, but not injured.
And don't forget, we talked about it, Lee, at the start of the broadcast. They're playing in Mexico City, 7,350 feet above sea level. So if you are not used to playing at this height, I mean, 6 feet tall is tall for me, but I can't imagine playing at 7,350 feet above sea level. When I was in Mexico City in 2015 at the FIBA Americas Men's Championship Tournament, you just feel like you can't get enough air. And that's just sitting and walking around and trying to broadcast a game. Yawning every 30 seconds. I can't imagine trying to play a pro-level game.
I don't feel so bad sucking wind from walking up the stands at Red Rocks in Denver now. Hello
says,
from Nairobi
hello
to
from
Smitty.
Kenya. Yeah.
Oh, we saw the same guy.
Yep.
If it's a guy, Smithy Smitten.
Serkan says hello from Turkey. And now a timeout on the floor. Don't forget one more game coming up after this one. Host nation Mexico taking on Mozambique at 8 o'clock local time. That's 10 o'clock East Coast time in the USA. Pair of games tomorrow. Czechia against Korea, 5:30 local time. And then Venezuela and Mali at 8 o'clock local time. Games Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, off Friday, semis Saturday, final Sunday.
Craig, you talked earlier about Gimnasio Olimpico Juan de la Barrera. I love this building. It actually hosted the volleyball competitions back in the '68 Summer Games.
This is a great venue. Not a bad seat for any spectator in here.
Hello to Saka in Indonesia. In Manila, Philippines. Thanks for joining us.
About a second half difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Floater from the right elbow, no. Rebound back tapped and taken. Shot clock off now. Game clock at 5. So Tofeono. Her pass intercepted by Zivoljevic. Her long shot at the end of the half is no good. And Montenegro will take a 37-32 lead into the locker room at halftime. Entertaining first half, back and forth. Montenegro jumped out to an early 6-point lead. They led by 2 after the first quarter. New Zealand came roaring back, took a 5-point lead in the second. Montenegro went up by 9 in this second quarter before closing out up by 5. We are back with stats and highlights in just a moment at the FIBA Women's World Cup pre-qualifying tournament live from Mexico City.
Whatever our gender, color, belief, or capability, we are all on the same team.
We have the power to change lives through basketball.
Together, we are stronger. No matter your origin, basketball can bring everyone together. Basketball for good.
Welcome back to Gimnasio Olímpico Juan de la Barrera in Mexico City for the FIBA Women's World Cup pre-qualifying tournament. Day one of competition here in Mexico City. Welcome back to Gimnasio Olímpico Juan de la Barrera in Mexico City for the FIBA Women's World Cup pre-qualifying tournament. Day one of competition, third game of the day, coming out of halftime. Montenegro leading New Zealand by the score of 37-32. Already in the books today here in Mexico City. Venezuela defeated Korea 84-78, and it was Czechia over Mali 84-63. Alongside Lee Hall, my name's Craig Feda. So glad you can be with us. Wherever you're tuned in from around the world, as Montenegro starts off the scoring here in the second half with a right-hand scoop by Dragana Zivkovic. And it's 39-32. "18-footer, no good" by Lauren Whitaker. Don't forget to subscribe to the basketball channel on YouTube, youtube.com/FIBA. And also follow us on the socials, Instagram, Facebook, and X at FIBAWWC. Use the official hashtag FIBAWWC and head to the official tournament website for all the live stats on all the games, news, box scores, standings, rosters, player profiles, photos, videos, everything you can think of. And New Zealand turns it over. A fast break layup there. Maya Begovic. And already Natalie Hurst wants timeout. Not the way New Zealand wanted to start off this second half. Much like the first half, Lee.
Yeah, Montenegro's coming out of the locker room taking great shots and hitting them. And New Zealand, I just don't feel like they're running a lot of offense, maybe. I don't know. It seems like they're having really a tough time getting into a flow tonight.
And if you're watching on our YouTube live stream, go ahead and give us a shout out in the chat. Let us know where you're watching from. Maybe we'll say hello to you on the air if we can. If you have any questions for Lee or myself, try to do our best. Elefatu into the front court. And now three-pointer.
That was a really good shot. Even if it hadn't gone in, it was a good shot. She had space to get it off rather than forcing it.
1,600 viewers on YouTube. Mm-hmm. That's no good for Drobnjak. Coming up on 7.5 minutes to play, third quarter. Awkward shot there by Tara Reid. Virgil says hello from Barcelona.
RoboCop says he's watching from the North Pole.
I don't buy that for a second. He's not a penguin. Thomas says hello from the USA, saying go Kiwis. Second free throw short.
Maybe.
And the lead is at 10. Tara Reid with 7
RoboCop's
points now.
Maybe RoboCop's providing security for Santa.
Could be.
Never be too careful.
That 3 missed and then went up over the basket, support out of bounds. It'll be New Zealand ball. Nice ball movement by New Zealand on this possession. Camillo turns into a pair of defenders, has her shot blocked.
We had a question.
Back and forth. Wide open, Anastasia Drobnjak. She and Dragana Zivkovic passed it back and forth. Which one of us is going to be more open? Finally, Drobnjak said, I'll take it. Drained it. 49-36. The lead is 13. Drobnjak again. That time she misses. Ben Williams asked, who is the higher rank of these two teams? Montenegro currently 22nd in the Nike World Rankings. New Zealand ranked 26th. Kaylee's watching from Wisconsin. Sohor watching from Thailand. All these folks all over the world, Lee, and you and I are about 30 miles from each other.
And nowhere near Mexico City, really.
Shot missed.
Someone asked if Mexico City was... Sorry, someone asked if Mexico City was higher in elevation than Denver. Well, Denver's the mile-high city, and from the elevation...
Mexico City's got about 2,500 feet on it.
About a mile and a half, right?
Yep. Kiwi Hooper says, hi, Mr. Announcer. It is pronounced Tara Reid. That's the pronunciation that we got, Tara. Not sure we're not saying that correctly. But we got the pronunciations directly from the teams in audio files.
Yep.
Alcole says, how many go through to the World Cup? Well, the winner of this event and the winner of the event in Rwanda go to the next round of qualifying.
And greetings to you, LOK in Uganda.
Scoop right hand over the tough defense, won't go. Goes out of bounds, and New Zealand gets it back.
(14-4) since halftime in favor of Montenegro.
Well, if you're Montenegro, that's how you want to come out of the locker room. If you're New Zealand, not so much. Tara Reid misses, but gets it back, and then tries to get it outside, and it's stolen away by Lekovic, and it's an easy lay-in for her. And Montenegro starting to run away with this one. Lekovic now with 6 points. The lead is 17. Zero asks, are there no continental qualifiers? The Continental Cups, from what I understand, and according to the official website, Continental Cups will serve as the other qualifiers next year. Rushy says, let's go New Zealand. We can still come back. Absolutely. Seen much bigger comebacks than this.
All starts right here. You got to make the free throws.
And Terrell Reed makes the first. And hits the second as well. Lead back down to 15. Inside 5 minutes to play, third quarter. Nearly stolen away by Vittoria Tamillo. She may have gotten in the line of sight and caused that pass to go out of bounds. And so that's a turnover for Montenegro. It'll be New Zealand ball.
Obviously, you can't do it all at once. You make free throws, you get a turnover. Now you got to come down and get a good shot, but they don't. And they turn it over.
Zero asks, will the qualified teams play in the Continental Cups? I don't think they play in the Continental Cups. I think they move on to the next round of the qualifiers. It's not laid out terribly clearly. We're assuming the Continental Cup winners get the automatic bid to the World Cup, and then some of those maybe third and fourth place teams move on to the next round of qualifiers. But it's not laid out terribly clearly.
Well, you and I have talked about it, and I've read it a couple of times. It sounds like the Continental Cups are in 25, and the winner here and the winner in Rwanda will play in the qualifier, the first qualifier in March of 26.
Okay.
Is that how you read it?
Yes. Yep.
Okay.
Somebody asked
Just
how
say
many
yes,
points
even if
does
you
New
don't.
Zealand have? Somebody asked how many points New Zealand has this quarter, and they've been outscored 18-6 in this quarter. Look at Nastasia Drobnyak. And now here is Ezra McGoldrick to inbound. New Zealand nearly turned it over there. They're going to make a move. They got to start soon. Coming up on 3.5 minutes to play, third quarter. Drive by Reed, kick out, three on the way, nope. Rebound tapped back nicely by Ksenia Shepanovic, and a foul called.
If my math is right, Craig, Montenegro is 6 of 17 from three-point range after going 1 for 7 in the first half. Is that right?
I did not note what they had, but that does sound right. Three on the way. And that is good for Zivoljevic. Her first 3 points of the game. And it's an 18-point lead now for Montenegro, 58-40.
Well, we saw this earlier, Craig, when Mali ranked 20th, taking on Czechia 23rd, and that was not a particularly close game. And then number 13 against number 36, Venezuela, at number 36, knocking off number 13, Korea. So the the rankings haven't really held true here so far in Mexico City.
Long three-pointer from the right wing is straight through. Pretty stroke there by Sofia Zivoljevic. And Montenegro seemingly cannot be stopped as they push the lead over 20. Oh, a nice move there by Tara Reid, but it won't fall in.
So the game that should not have been close was, and the two games that on paper should have been close have not been.
I think it was Chris Berman, as we have a travel call. Chris Berman on ESPN, who always loved to say, that is why they play the games.
Play the game, yes. Indeed.
Coming up on 2 minutes to play, third quarter. Montenegro rolling. Baseline drive, knocked out of bounds. Actually lost out of bounds. Turnover by Bailey Flavel. And it'll be Montenegro ball, looking to push this lead even further. Drive and dish, and Montenegro resets the offense. Now here comes Kovacevic again. Driving the lane left side, won't go. New Zealand can get it down to maybe 18, 16. Heading into the fourth. Might be a good place to start. And a travel. Ksenia Shepanovic. That's why it was so effectively. If you were watching from Dallas, Texas.
Just about everything has been effective for Montenegro tonight.
Oh, nice pull-up J there by Elefatu. Gets it down to 19 with a minute to play in the third. Maybe get a stop, get a three. Shot clock at 8. Into the corner, 3 on the way, and that's money. Bojana Kovacevic. Biggest lead of the game now for Montenegro at 22. That three-pointer rattles home. Tough shot by Bailey Flavel. And it's back down to 19. Nice ball movement again by Montenegro. Oh, and a beautiful pull-up there. Bojana Kovacevic. 4 Montenegro players in double figures now. As Elefatu scores as the third quarter comes to an end. Montenegro on top, 66-45 as we head to the fourth quarter at Gimnasio Olímpico Juan de la Barrera in Mexico City. We're back with fourth quarter action in just a moment. to Gimnasio Olímpico Juan de la Barrera in Mexico City, the FIBA Women's World Cup pre-qualifying tournament. Day 1 of competition, third game of the day. We've got one more coming up after this one, Mexico taking on Mozambique. My name's Craig Feda. My partner's name is Lee Hall. So glad you can be with us wherever you're tuned in from around the world. On the basketball channel on YouTube, youtube.com/FIBA. Find us on the socials as well, Instagram, Facebook, and X at FIBAWWC. The official tournament hashtag FIBAWWC, and go to the tournament website for live stats, news, the box scores, standings, rosters, profiles, pictures, videos, pretty much everything you can think of. Folks already asking about the upcoming game between Mexico and Mozambique. Talking about Mexico possibly having home court advantage here in Mexico City, and they'd be able to win without that home court advantage. Not only are they playing at home, they're playing with the advantage of being accustomed to playing at 7,350 feet above sea level.
And that is no small advantage, obviously.
Montenegro outscoring New Zealand in that third quarter 29-15 as we run down some of the individual numbers on this one. For Montenegro, Bojana Kovacevic, 15 points, 3 boards. Sofia Zivoljevic, 6 points. Jovana Pasic, 2 rebounds, 2 assists. Dragana Zivkovic, 11 points, 5 rebounds, 6 assists. Maja Bigovic, 12 points, 3 boards, 3 dimes. Maria Lekovic, 6 points, 3 boards, 5 assists. Anastasia Drobnjak, 6 points, 2 rebounds. And Milica Jovanovic, 10 points, 2 rebounds. Lee, this is a team that's got 20 assists on 26 field goals. Oh, beautiful no-look pass, but it won't go for Sofia Zivoljevic. A gorgeous pass from Ksenia Sepanovic. Montenegro does get the offensive rebound and the putback, and they're up by 21 again. As we look at the stats for Team New Zealand,
That's
really Fable, 3 points. Haylis Okeanga, 3 assists. Tanina Davidson, 11 points. Ezra McGoldrick, 2 points, 4 rebounds, 2 assists. Ella Tofeono, 2 points. Victoria Tamilo, 10 points, 6 rebounds. Lauren Whitaker has not scored. She had 5 rebounds in the first quarter. She has not had any since. Tara Reid, 9 points. Ella Fatu, 4 points, 2 rebounds. McKenna Dale, 3 points. And Charlotte Whitaker, 3 points, 3 boards. New Zealand sharing the ball when they do score, 13 assists on 15 made field goals.
Both of those assists to basket numbers from both teams are very efficient, very impressive. Just not enough baskets for New Zealand.
New Zealand overall 15 of 39, make it 15 of 40 now. 3 of 11 from three-point range. By the same token, Montenegro 27 of 63 for 43%. They're 10 of 30 from the arc. There's another three-pointer on the way. That one missed. But a great job on the offensive glass by Kovacevic. And that's going to be a foul. I think I saw the official put his hands up as an unsportsmanlike.
I think you're correct. Greg, you talked earlier about how Montenegro finished 8th in Eurobasket last year. That was their best finish since 2015. And since gaining their independence in 2006, they have yet to qualify for the World Cup. or for the Olympics. So this is a Montenegro national team, national program that's trying to make some strides and take some historic steps in their program.
McKenna Dale hits the unsportsmanlike free throw. Back down to 21, 68-49. And Montenegro with another steal. Ljevic. Oh, just great ball movement by Montenegro, showing patience until they find the open look from the right side. There's Jovana Pasic, her first 2 points of the game. I believe she was the player for Montenegro that went down injured in that first half. Good to see her getting a tally here. All but 3 players have scored for Montenegro. Lana Vukcevic has not scored. Zorana Radonjic has not scored. And Nikolina Ilic has not played yet. Perhaps we will see her as Jelena Skerovic goes deeper into the bench. New Zealand took that 5-point lead in the second quarter. Montenegro tied it back up at 23, and they did not look back. It's been all Montenegro since then. Open three-pointer is short for Hokayanga. Kovacevic gives it up right side to Shepanovic. Quick hands defensively there by Ritoria Tamilo, knocking it out of bounds. 5 to shoot for Montenegro.
They remind me a little bit of Czechia, just a lot of girls over 6 feet, kind of interchangeable, but strong in the lane.
Three-pointer missed by Kovacevic. Nice finish by Palis Hokayanga. And she'll go to the free throw line to try to complete the three-point play. You see the defender come over late. That's Jovana Pasic committing the foul.
These two teams will get a day off before their next contest on Wednesday. Montenegro will take on Mozambique, and New Zealand will get the home team, Mexico.
Another three-pointer from the right side. That one. Yana Kovacevic, she's got 18 points, 4 of 7 from beyond the arc. She's also got 6 rebounds. Nice finish at the bucket there. For McKenna Dale, she's going to go to the free throw line. McKenna Dale, 25 years old, shares my birthday. I'm sure everybody out there is absolutely enthralled by that, but just had to point that out.
I think you better send her a card. Have you had your birthday yet this year?
Yes. June 16th.
Well, write it on the calendar for 25.
Yeah. Second free throw by McKenna Dale up and good.
You can tell I'm old talking about mailing birthday cards.
Yeah, yeah.
Right?
Can't remember the last birthday card I got in the mail. Usually it's digital Amazon gift cards or something.
Mm-hmm.
Coming up on 5 minutes to play in this fourth quarter. Peter says happy birthday. Thank you. A couple of months late, but that's fine. Three-pointer by Palis Sokayanga. She's got 5 now. And it's 75-57. Oh, shot blocked. But staying with it, Maja Bigovic, she's got 14 now. Lead back to 20. Nifty behind the back dribble. Won't go for Hokayanga. Kovacevic has 18 for Montenegro. Zivkovic 11. Bigovic 12. Jovanovic 10. So we get the eye in the sky view. I've been in press boxes much farther away from the playing surface than that.
The best for me was doing hockey from an end zone where you couldn't tell the players' numbers from the front.
Ah. Yeah, the Sioux Falls Arena was like that, doing indoor football from an end zone. I actually caught a field goal that ended up in the press box.
Now,
we've got 165 likes on our live stream now. Think we can get to 175? That's 1,720 people watching right now. Go ahead, if you have not already, give us that thumbs up on the basketball channel, youtube.com/FIBA. If for no other reason, give us a thumbs up because Lee Hall is just a handsome devil. even if just 5% of you give us a thumbs up.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
We'll soar over 200. You and I, both faces for radio.
Yes. Been told that for many years.
Inside 3.5 minutes to
Mostly
play
by
now.
my friends.
Don't forget, one more game coming up tonight. Mexico taking on Mozambique, 8 o'clock local time. 10 o'clock East Coast time in the U.S. 3 on the way from Passage. That is good. Aaron says hello from the Bahamas. Wouldn't mind being there right now. Of course, maybe after hurricane season's over.
Never been. I'd like to go somewhere where the beach is white and the water is blue. Someday.
You're seeing it's not the Illinois River?
Well, it's just that I'm around that so much, you get used to it.
Ah, understood. Yeah.
It's beauty.
Simon's watching from the UK near Manchester. I've been to Manchester. Catherine's watching from New Zealand. Appreciate all the viewers watching all over the world, checking in, saying hello to us. Hope you've been enjoying it. I'm sure if you're a fan of Montenegro, you have been. New Zealand looked like they were going to hang with Montenegro through about the first third of this game, and then all of a sudden Montenegro got hot from outside, and the wheels sort of came off for New Zealand.
They were listening
both of
earlier
these teams
in
off tomorrow. Listener in Mount Vernon as well. Both of these teams off tomorrow. Group A will play tomorrow. It'll be Czechia and Korea at 5:30 local time, followed by Venezuela and Mali at 8 local time. Lee and I will have both of those games for you tomorrow. David said he's watching from Illinois. Got a viewer in Ghana, one from the Philippines. This is fantastic. Hey, we're up to 198 likes now. Come on, let's get over 200. Right. We've got 2 minutes left in this game. 199. 199.
We are willing to beg.
Yes.
We will beg.
Apologize for the video feed here, having some bandwidth issues, obviously. So we're going to try to stay with this as best we can. There we are, 200 likes. Thank you.
Hello to DeCamper in Louisiana. Clement Rich says it's midnight here in Rwanda. Good to have you with us. I wonder if he went to any of the games there today.
Oh, yeah. Games taking place in Kigali. The other pre-qualifier. Some great games today. Senegal defeated Hungary 63-61. It was Brazil over the Philippines 77-74. Argentina got past Great Britain 53-47. And Rwanda with the only easy game of the day. They won 80-62. John's watching from Blackpool in the UK. I've actually been to Blackpool. I went into the Blackpool Tower, and the wind was blowing, and I felt it swaying, and I noped out of that. Blackpool, a seaside resort town.
They keep the prisoners in the tower there, do they?
No, that's the Tower of London.
Oh,
Blackpool Tower is kind of a replica of the Eiffel Tower, a smaller version of it.
Oh, I thought maybe you got in a little trouble.
No. Well, not there anyway.
Right. Well, good to hear.
Nicholas watching from Trinidad and Tobago from the Caribbean.
Yes, we will have the Mexico match coming up in a little less than an hour.
Apologize for the video difficulties right now. Score currently 85 to
It could be
60.
It could be because Mexico City is so close to space, and we are far away. They are so much higher up.
I hadn't thought of that. Signal's not so good.
Have to get Elon Musk on that.
Get the Starlink satellites
Get us
flying
a signal
overhead.
through the atmosphere.
There you go. Ezra McGoldrick at the free throw line swishes the first.
Hello, Ziggy Wop in L.A.
Ezra hits the second free throw as well. 85-62. 1:10 to play in this fourth quarter. Count that three-pointer. No, don't count that three-pointer.
Waved it off. Offensive foul.
Yep, Uncle Bryce, the score 85-62 in favor of Montenegro. Inside of a minute to play now. Here comes Tofeono. Gives it up to McGoldrick. Her shot won't go. New Zealand gets it back. 3 on the way. High off the glass. Won't fall in. Shepanovic with the rebound and a foul. Looks like only those 12 players for Montenegro will score. Lana Vukcevic has not scored. Zorana Radonjic has not scored. And Nikolina Ilic, she's gotten into the game and has missed her only shot so far. .25 seconds to play. Ziljevic launches the three, and that is good. Why not? Montenegro, 14 of 38 from three-point range. Charlotte Whitaker hits the long 2 at the other end. Shot clock is off, game clock at 10, and Montenegro is just going to dribble it out. And this one will go final. Montenegro defeats New Zealand by the score of 88-64. 4 boards. Victoria Tamilo, 11, 6 rebounds. Lauren Whitaker, 5 boards. Tara Reed, 9 points, 4 assists. Ella Fatu, 4 points. McKenna Dale, 8 points, 2 boards. Charlotte Whitaker, 5 points, 3 rebounds. That rounds out the individual numbers. Again, the final score 88-64. One more game coming up after this one. We will have host nation Mexico taking on Mozambique at 8 o'clock local time. This is the FIBA Women's World Cup pre-qualifying tournament live from Gimnasio Olímpico Juan de la Barrera in Mexico City. We will see you back here in just a little bit. So long for now.
Whatever our gender, color, belief, or capability, we are all on the same team.
We have the power to change lives through basketball.
Together, we are stronger. No matter your origin, basketball can bring everyone together. Basketball for good.